Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Transport Fever. We're going to spend a lot of money today, close to $38 million if it's up to me. And I hope that by the time that's done, we're ending up with even more money. What I intend to do is what I mentioned earlier. We're going to set up two different routes. The first one is a complete, sorry, but I had something sweet and that's not exactly positive for my throat. The first route is, the first thing we're going to set up is the steel industry we have over here. And the game has been very nice for me because that steel mill is that close to the other road that it would make it very easy in a way to set up the whole thing. So that's number one. And the last step of that is transporting the steel up here to the station. We do have the third platform and it's not being used yet. So with that in mind, things work quite well. I also probably need to get a better thing going with the oil refinery. Looks like I'm losing that. I was losing oil. I don't know how many vehicles I have with this. 12. I'm going to add 3 more. No, that one. 13. That's the second one. Okay. And that's number 3. I'm doing that because currently my train isn't transporting the full amount of oil. So I want to be sure that, where the hell did I? Here it is. The oil refinery is able to transport more as it currently does. So by adding 3 lines, I will also make sure 3 vehicles, not 3 lines, sorry for that. By adding 3 vehicles, I will hopefully being able to transport more oil to the station, which in turn will boost those profits. And since the train is crossing them here and they're using a bridge, and a tunnel over here. That part is covered. I could actually remove this whole part right now. So with that being done, because there's a lot of oil being stockpiled here, with that being done, we start focusing on the steel production. First part is easy, but as I said, drop off steel here, and I've got an empty platform going. And although, let me get something straight, it looks like I have 3 platforms and that's a problem. But both the food and the fuel supply road in this case, both the food and the fuel are the 2 goods that picked up. Crude oil railroad road is a drop off, so I can use platform number 2 to drop off the steel. Going to pick up be here, transport it there. Steel is turned into goods, tools. And for tools, here comes the trick. I will set up another route here from here, picking up plastic. So a second steel train is heading this way. And one is dropping off for the tool factory, one is off for the machine factory. I drop off plastic, and the train with plastic is able to transport the tools and the machines in one go to both cities. That's the plan. The steel train will return with with planks, and those planks are being transported there and eventually end up here. So I need another plastic route, and from that point it will pick up construction materials and drop it off over there before returning. That's the plan. Now, to do everything, I do have 3 terminals, so there's no problem here. I do have 3 terminals over there, that's no problem. And I've got 7 terminals, but that's not entirely true. Currently using only 1, so I have terminal number 2 already available for the next shipment, which is going to be plastic for machinery and tools. And I can even use that terminal. Now I could use that terminal to drop off the construction materials. Sorry, I couldn't remember what I was thinking about doing. I could actually use it for the construction materials, but I won't. Just to avoid that parts trains have to wait for one another. It's something I will have with this platform anyway. 4 and eventually 5 will be added on one track. So that's really going to be a drop-off track, and that's it. But for now, as said, our very first goal is to start the steel production. And I need to think what is our best option for this. LS turning. I will need 2 platforms. Let's do it from the other side. Somehow I think that's a better idea. I will need 2 platforms. 2 for dropping off, 1 for picking up. Or should I do 3 platforms? That's one. Later I'll see if I have to add whether or not to add the waypoints, but for now this works. This one only needs 1 platform. Okay, that's done. Configure street access. Done. So That's my free routes. Actually, I think I might as well do the same thing with the coal mine. I thought so. I have to make a change. And I have to be smart, like that. Currently, the trucks are doing a nice loop, which is okay, but not what I want. The problem is the moment I will add a waypoint, they start to cross each other here, and I don't want that. So the best solution is to add another cargo platform and tell this one to use the other terminal. And still looping. Why? Ah, something about mechanics I never thought about. Never mind. Leave it. It has to do with the rotation of the, like I showed. This rotation apparently sure that the transport is doing this. If I face it the other way around and add a new way, then it's very likely that my route indeed had begun this way, either with or without waypoints. So I may have the same thing going to happen here. Yep. So again, I leave it like it is. I will check on this later. because I will start a third one. So platform 2, line 1. That's okay. Just need to rename it. The road. So coming in, dropping off, and I can actually tell it to use this waypoint. So it wouldn't circle around here, but immediately leave. This is all nice. And this is all nice too. About this one, iron coming in from the north. Yep, I have to mess up my screen, sorry. Is it useful for it to go down? I don't think so. Right now, I have 3 lines and 3 entrance/exits, and all of the lines are using another one. So I'm not gonna touch anything. Coal is coming in from here. Iron is coming in from the top, and steel is exiting. Steel is exiting here, so all is well. So that's part 1. What we do need is the next part, tools. Do I have a truck stop for tools? Yes, I have. Is it actually covering up tools? Yes, it is. So tools are covered. And completely? Yes, completely. Tools are covered. But I'm looking for machinery. And machinery is... here we have machinery. That's covered too. So for the time being, I can use my supply trucks to deliver all the goods, but at some point I will have to increase the number, or maybe replace them. I don't know when the next vehicle is being released. I thought in 1910 or something like that, but for now I can do with the same number of vehicles, at least for the fuel and maybe the machines and tools too. So this part is covered. This part will be covered the moment I let a train run from here to pick up plastics. Then the entire trade route we have here, the transport route we have from here, will probably start shifting everything on the station. So there won't be a problem over there. Besides, we have 277 plastics waiting. So I don't see any problem there. I may have to change this one at some point. We'll see. So that works. Which means I have to start with the third thing, and that's the train. And this time, passengers to the north, industry and commercial to the southeast and southwest. And what I need is entering from the north, planks, entering to the east, plastic and steel, and to the south, steels for tools. So the best choice is here, which is also very nice for my passenger traffic. Start by adding some street, so I can set up the bus stop over here without too many problems. I will need 4 platforms. I will already start them right away. Eventually, at least that's my thought, eventually I want to do a stop and use trams in every city, and from that city, no, not from, I want to use trams in every city for an outlining transportation, something I already mentioned about doing here. An external tram loop, which every once in a while connects to a bus station. And from that bus station, I will do smaller transportation routes with buses. It's a concept I haven't been using yet. So I'm curious to see whether or not it works. But for that reason, I created a double station. Don't do that yet. Actually, I can. But I need it on this side. Disadvantage, I can't build that anymore here. So that part's done. Next, train station. 3 tracks as usual, because I need 2 tracks for passenger transport. and having a third would still give me 3 passenger tracks. And here we go. Central track. Passenger for passing through. Actually, passenger and cargo passing through. Then we've got a cargo station. 2 tracks and another cargo station. And I think it's made a mistake. Express cargo. Platform. That's the express track. I think this is the last one. And a platform to set my building. So this is an express track. Keep in mind I'm doing 4 tracks again. So the 2 tracks which are going to be the express tracks, those are the bottom and top lines of my network. Now I need to configure some things here, starting with the express tracks. Because I will going to need those first. Anything else can be done later. I mean, I need goods here, but anything else can be done later. Ah, hell. Really? I said tracks, not platforms. Done. New attempt. It works. Now look at this. If I Maybe I can build it in one go. I mean, I don't have any terrain that's being lived up. It's not hilly or whatever. So I might as well build it because there's barely any slope. So I think I may save $200-300. That's it. And currently with my funds, nah, not really a problem. So I got one express track done. Now it's time to start connecting all the other ones. Because I need to find a reference point for this. So let's start here. Make sure it connects. And I will do a signal here for the time being. So I know later when I connect this one that here my 4 signals will have to be. I need a second reference point for the second part. This piece of big rock. Perfect. And a last one for the last track. Which means right now the people living here and close to the station are able to move to the other cities to get things they want. Now, this is going to become my passenger track. I could put this one together. That also means, and that's why I placed the signal, I have to set up diamond crossing here. And I think I made an error, judgment error. I did. Because that express line isn't the top, but the bottom. Not the bottom, but the top. Which means I need to remove that one as well. And I need to split this. And start all over. This is becoming the bottom line. So it's going to be like this. Which also means I made the same mistake over here. but just like the other one, it's easy to deal with. Yeah. And now I can explain why it was a mistake. My intention, I need to turn my screen. My intention was that my passenger trains run on the bottom tracks. If I turn the express lane as being the bottom track, then the 4 tracks I have will actually move up instead of moving down. The way I've done it right now means that my passenger trains will always run at the side of the passenger station, and what's more important to me, don't have to do that many crosses and switches to make sure they actually end up at the platform they have to be. Because that's going to be a problem in itself. And this is why. So we've got a nice crossing here with what we call them in Dutch Andreas crossings. Andreas crosses. Sorry for that. Signals. It's the other way around. You need to wait here. You need to wait there. And both of you will have to wait there. And that fixes, for the time being anyway, the crossing, which means the only thing I need to do right now is the diamonds for the trains to actually move here. I don't need it here, and I will need it here, and this is going to be a problem as well. So all trains are able to switch back and forth the 2 tracks here and the platforms here. So that's set. I will do the rest of the switches later. Now I need to do the same crap over here, and I need to remove that signal. So once again, 2 waypoints. focus points actually. Except this time it's a little bit easier. And just like previously, yeah, too close. Done. So platform 3 is available now. Platforms 1 and 2 are available as well. And that's the passenger part of 2. Cargo part also 3. Now actually that's 4 platforms. This is becoming my bottom line. I think this road is yep, but I can change that. So we had a piece where the road just was getting a little bit narrow, and because of that nothing worked. I need to change things here now because I need more tracks. So I might as well turn this one into something that's almost a full station. This is the express lane. I need to think for a moment because I put down the yep. These two have to merge into one line. These two also have to merge in another line. And I would like to have my second crossing close to where the first one is. So right over here, which means that's becoming one line, and that's the other one. So done. This part is almost done. Cargo trains, but they have to move from the express onto the cargo track, and from the cargo track to the passenger track, and I was afraid of this. So it can move from here to here to here. Which means I need one more. On both sides. And all trains are able to move from this lane to this lane. So next step is to connect this. Should I do it like this, or should I, let's see, one track? No. It's no problem to make this a short one. It's a bigger problem to get the next one going right. Or not. Somehow, when I think I'm going to face a problem, the game's like, no, you're not. That's even a worse solution. Done. All I need now is to add my first tracks. I might as well do the express lane and start adding my first cargo station. I could actually do this for the cargo station. Sorry, for the express lanes. I'm not sure if it's going to work the way I want to. And we have 5 terminals. We have 3 terminals for passenger traffic. And I haven't even spent all money yet. As a matter of fact, time's almost up and I haven't even completed everything yet. Used to be something over there, by the way. Next thing is going to add the cargo stuff. I'm going to do that once again using a tunnel. I start here. No tram track needed. I'm getting better and better into it. It's a shame about the curve, but it works. Yeah, that works. Now I have to do the same thing over here. Right. Why, you ask? Well, because of that. I can deliver my planks on this station without any problem. Buildings, cargo, truck station. So my first things will be 1, delivery of steel. So that's one platform. I'm probably going to use this platform. 2, delivery of plastic, which is also going to pick up tools. So that is going to be this, either one of those 3 platforms. 3, I have to pick up machineries. So that's another platform, and I have need of a platform to pick up the planks. So I need 4 platforms. Luckily, I have 4 platforms. Even if I want to, a 5th if I add this part. And for dropping off, I can use those 2 because those trains will leave. But to drop off pick up, I will need one of the more 3. Disadvantage is this is only 1 track for 2 trains. So yeah, complicated. Now next, no jam tracks. So I need a platform to drop off planks, tools, and machinery. So that's 3 small ones. And a big one to take the plastic to the machine, to the factories. Which means I might as well turn all of it in a big one. You have to keep in mind I have to keep in mind with the directions. I'm curious if this will turn into, if that one will turn into a one using, what's the name? Traffic lights. Not the best looking solution, but it's one that works. Now, if I don't want my traffic going through my residential area, I need to make them move around. Like that. And this is a 40 km road, so for the time being it's okay. I think it upgrades later a little bit to something for faster. These are the roads I need to avoid. For sure. Machines are okay. The funny thing with the machine parts, I can use one route for that. One truck can pick up both the steel and the plastic and deliver it here. Disadvantage, that means everything dumps on one platform. So I have to think about a way to solve that. The easiest solution is to use two platforms for the same route. But that means if you're doing double, that I need twice as many trucks as if I would do it from one platform. So I might as well use two routes, using two platforms. Uh, oh, wait. Um, this is the better solution. That one needed two platforms. And this one as well. Might as well start with this one. Drop off feeder, drop off the normal one. As said, this one needed 2 platforms. As well as the very big axis. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot this one. Oh, I didn't forget that one. One, two. I'm going to hurry up a bit. 3, because the time I had in mind is up. And that one was connected. Right, I'm going to set up the trading routes, and after that it's up for today, starting with logs. And I actually need to do this twice. Because the first one has to end up here. And it's going to cross each other, which is a shame. Maybe it's better if I'm able to do that. That is to go the other way around. That's better. Picking up logs, dropping off logs, picking up planks, dropping off planks. That's it. Waiting time 10 seconds. Dynam, logs, planks, road. 1. New line. This is going to be an easy one. I think I need to configure some things here. 1, 2. That's it. Sawmill. That one, so it has to return from here. Entering, returning there. They changed something in the settings about the cursor keys. There. Cursor keys and WASD. And from that point on, things aren't really working nicely. That's nice, that's fine. Coming in here, taking him. Perfect. Pick up logs, pick up nothing. 10 seconds waiting time. That's it. That's the feeder. Now you same thing. But sawmill, the terminal, going around. So it has to enter from the other side. Once again, it's actually crossing itself. Coming in, drop off, leave. I think I'm going to do things differently. This one on terminal 1, and after the sawmill, that one. You, sawmill terminal 2. No. It's not really a problem if the feeder is crossing itself. Except I need to add this one as well. It is, for me anyway, a problem if the other one does. And for the blue one, I will need another waypoint. Because now it's again crossing itself. Man. I think best solution is this. And I'll show you why. Right now, they are using right now, they aren't crossing each other. They're still using the same axis, but they split up and they converge and then going out there. So that's the best solution there. I can't prevent the crossing here, but I can prevent the same thing here by hopefully adding I can't add another platform. Crap. Okay, so this is the best solution in this case. Lesson learned. Next time, if you set something up, make sure that you avoid crossings. So, new line from the station to the tool factory. I need to add a waypoint at the tool factory. Not really a problem. Done. This is fine. Going outside, coming in, and after this one, a waypoint, and solved. Except it is going through the city, and I want to avoid that, which can be done by either putting a waypoint here or here. This is the best option. Maybe. Let's see what happens if I remove one. That works. But again, crossing. Otherwise, I would have the crossing here. So, in my opinion, that's the best solution. Load. Steel. Unload everything. Time. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Steel. Next. New line. Starting here. Starting there. And I actually need to do this one twice. Need a waypoint here. And I may need a waypoint here. But that depends at the platforms. Yeah, of course I need another waypoint. So this one is going to pick up my steel here and deliver it to the factory where it picks up machines. But we need plastic, so what I'm going to do is the second one, and the second one is going to do plastic. Except this time I need to change the route. Once again, I simply can't avoid it. Hey. Oh, wrong. That waypoint. Coming in, leaving, and again crossing. So this one is going to pick up plastic and machines. think I've been overlooking something. I'm getting tired, sorry. I think, no, I know I have been overlooking something, which means I need another platform here, because we have a tool demand. And fortunately, it's a one-on-one conversion. And we have the same here. But it means that I need to set up a route heading from here, probably into the commercial zone. Yep. And from that point on to the station. Which kind of forces my trucks to go through the residential area, and I'm not happy about that. Because the best drop-off point would be here and somewhere here. So I will have to look at that. For today, I stop. Next week, we've got most of our routes done now. So next week I will set up the iron, the steel transportation from Starum to Dynum, and the plank transportation from Dynum to Angem, which is a very long route to feed this one, and eventually last part of the route, the construction mats van Middelwier naar Hantem. That's going to be, I think it's going to be 3 trains, more or less. Plus, with that being done, I also have to set up a route. Get the tools up here, and I have to set up a route to produce plastic, or either take plastic this way or transport refined oil to the chemical plant and up to there. And the thing is, that refinery is very busy right now. And I don't know if I have another one. Maybe I can use this one. Maybe I can use this one to refine the oil and send back. I can actually use this oil well to send it back with fuel for fuel production and actually start plastic producing here and use it for that. Like I said, next week. So we didn't do much and we didn't spend the full 30 million. We will once we start transporting the other stuff, when we have to buy the trains and all of that. So it's going fast. Thanks for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the entire setup of the infrastructure and everything. And I hope to see you next time. Have a good week. Goodbye.